Hey y'all, good morning. I'm Sarah with Seymour Sunshine. So last time I was in my hives, I noticed that they are starting to grow and it's getting close to the big bloom time. So I need to get these boxes assembled so that I can get them on as soon as I'm ready. So thought I'd bring y'all along this morning. So this is one of the deeps. And let's see here, upside down, like that. I don't have my grandbaby here to help. I use a little shim so that I'm not beating up the wood. This is usually my grandbaby. I feel like Wilson on that old show. But this is my grandbaby's favorite part normally, putting in the screws. There's a deep. Now I gotta put the frames together. So in my area, we have, right in our backyard, a lot of tupelo and gallberry. And goldenrod at certain times of the year. So I'm super excited about the tupelo this year. Okay. I gotta get my frames and gotta have these. Okay, so two on top, one on the bottom, one on the bottom. Okay, so that's one. So in our area, we have actually right in our backyard a lot of tupelo and blackberry, gallberry, red maple. There's a lot of good stuff. So I'm super excited about the flow this year. There's actually a resource, Honeybee Net. Look it up. It's a NASA website. You can look up the nectar flow in your area. It tells you when it starts, when it ends, if it's significant or not. Definitely a great resource. And then obviously just walk around and look what's in your area. And there's different apps that you can use, like to identify plants and trees. Definitely do that. Okay, so there's one. I have been doing these on my truck for so long, putting frames together like this. I'm sure that there's a much easier way, like maybe a table, but I don't know. I just started doing it on the back of my truck, and I know where everything goes. I have a little spot for my nails, a little spot for my screws, and it rests perfectly right here on this spot. I don't know. It's just where I started doing it. A little ball peen hammer, one on the bottom. So as I'm finishing my advanced beekeeper course through UF, I'm realizing that there's so much that I just did not know. And like, how did I get this far without knowing all this? But like I said before, beekeeping is all about learning and constantly learning. So yeah. Highly recommend that course, by the way. So you know what I learned? Something interesting that I did not know until I took this course was the beeline. So we've all heard the term the beeline, or you know, making a beeline for it or whatever, but that actually comes from ancient beekeeping. Honey hunters used to use a lure to bring bees in that would then fly back to their hives and feed the hives, and then eventually they would make a beeline, and the honey hunter would be able to go back and find the original hive from the beeline. Isn't that cool? So beekeeping and gardening very much go hand in hand. As I am getting my garden prep ready, I'm also finishing my bee prep, you know, getting them finished up and ready for spring too. So I just got all my seeds the other day. I'm super excited about that. So I get to actually visualize my garden and all that good stuff. As you can see, it's in a sad state of grace behind me, but that's okay. Wait till you see it in around April. So I think this year I'm going to do 4 more new hives and then some Demari splits. There's this old saying, you can either make more bees or make more honey. So I think I'm gonna, like I said, just split them up a bit and then grow them. You know what, something else that I learned in this course through UF that I'm taking that I didn't know is bears go after the brood in the nest. They're not actually after the honey. The honey is just a sweet reward. They're after the protein in the middle. The bees, they're not the developing bees, the brood. Either way, they need to stay away from my girls. Ta-da! Okay, so that's that. There's your completed, assembled deep. Now I just have like, I don't know, 10 more, 11 more, or something like that to finish. But look, my seeds, just got all these in. So it's super exciting to be able to visualize what I'm gonna be growing and where I'm gonna be growing it. So you get this stuff going indoors, some of it anyway, and start prepping this outdoors. Keep an eye on the girls and get ready for March. So always lots going on. And look, I just got this new Langstroth's original in that I started reading. Pretty good. But yeah, that's it. I guess I'm gonna get going. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I had fun. I hope y'all did too. If you like this video, hit that button and let me know in the comments what you're learning about or what you'd like to talk about next time. Hopefully I'll see y'all again real soon. Until then, happy beekeeping!